Hi, I'm Althea with Tunes.com, run RollingStone.com, and with us today are Local H, Scott Lucas and Brian St. Clair. How you guys doing?
Good.
Fine.
So there's been a few changes this year for you guys. Everything from the label merger to a new band member.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to talk a little bit about that. Brian, I know you used to be with Triple Fast Action.
Yeah.
How did you two hook up?
Well, Scott played with Triple Fast for about 6 months or so when we lost our second guitarist, and we had met Scott. We had done some road work together, went on tour with Magnapop, and then we eventually started opening for Local H. So I got to know Scott that way.
Yeah, I leached onto them, basically. Was what it was. Kind of pushed my way in.
Yeah. Did you audition a bunch of people, or did you just kind of know it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little tough. And I think we auditioned like 6 people, and I was starting to get kind of depressed, starting to think, well, you know, I don't want to keep this band going, you know, if it's not going to work out, if the drummer's not going to be great, I'd rather just break it up than do anything that's going to make the band look stupid or, you know, or just ruin it for people. So I didn't think Brian wanted to play because he hadn't been playing for like a year and a half. And somebody was like, you know, why don't you call Brian? So I did, and he came out 2 days later. And that was 2 months ago. And since then, we've written and demoed half the record already, and we started a tour last night. So, good job, Brian.
Things are moving along.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind me asking what happened with Joe Daniels?
Joe just didn't enjoy it anymore, you know, and it was just the kind of thing where it just got so bad where I was starting to feel like maybe I didn't enjoy it anymore. But I think I realized that I really do like to do this, and I always have, and I care a lot about the records that we've done, and I don't really feel like giving that up. You know, I don't feel like not playing those songs anymore. And so rather than just do that, I thought, well, if I can find the right drummer, then I'll keep doing it. And, you know, so we got Brian, and there you go.
Great. So I know occasionally you guys play live with a third person. Is it ever going to be a three-person band, or is that just kind of for the
It's kind of like,
songs?
you know, we play, it's the core of a two-man band, and then just everybody in the crew comes up and they'll play tambourine, or they'll play a solo, or they'll scream, or play a kazoo, or things like that. And it just works out because, you know, most of the time they're just standing there. They're not really doing anything, you know, so we make them work for their money.
So you said you were recording a new record right now?
We're demoing right now.
Okay.
And so as soon as we write all the songs, we'll get in there. I mean, that's kind of why we're touring right now, just to try out new songs and, yeah, try them out.
When do you think we could see a new record? Is it going to be a while, or?
I don't know. It would all depend on how long it takes to write these songs.
Okay. Well, this past year has been kind of a crazy one for your label,
Yeah.
in that they've merged with Universal. Have you noticed any differences in the way you're being serviced, or?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know anybody at the label anymore, you know, and I don't really feel too comfortable with that, you know, but I don't see why that has to keep going on. It's weird because most of the people that I knew at the label are gone, and so this past year, you know, they've spent a lot of time just trying to get their shit together, you know, and hopefully everything will be good by the time we make another record. I'll wait.
Great. You guys do a Halloween show every year. Who, Brian, are you guys going to be this year?
AC/DC.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be good. We have actually a couple guest appearances. We got Wes from Triple Fast playing second guitar, and Herb from the Beer Nuts.
All right, Herb.
And Andy. And what's Andy's last name?
Andy Gerber.
Gerber.
Million Yen. And Bon Scott's going to be there too, so it's going to be righteous.
Well, can you tell us how that kind of came about, the Halloween show, and what you guys usually do, just for people who don't get to see it?
We were all really loaded, and we thought it'd be a funny idea to just dress up like other bands. I think the first year you guys were Triple Fast was Motley Crue.
Yeah.
you know, and Made to Fade's been Ted Nugent before, and we were Joan Jett last year.
I heard you made an awesome Joan Jett, by the way.
Yeah, well, thanks.
How are you going to top that one this year?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a little. Some of these tunes are a little tough. I've already, like, I think, popped something like a vein in my head. I'm trying to sing Hell's Bells, so we'll see how it goes.
So, at a lot of your shows, you also do covers of different bands. How do you guys pick who you're going to cover?
Music we like.
Whatever is the easiest song to play.
So, you guys are on the road right now. Who are you guys touring with?
We're out with Chevelle right now, and we'll be out with, you know, a bunch of different bands. Made to Fade, Cupcakes, Muchacha.
How long are you going to be out for?
About a month.
All over the States, or?
Pretty much like a Midwest, East Coast type of thing, and then we'll go down to Florida, and that'll be, I think, about it. There's like Atlanta, stuff down south. Go somewhere warm for a while.
I was told you like to pull a lot of pranks when you're on the road. What's the best one you've pulled?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have no idea what I'm talking about?
I would like to know what she's talking about.
The best prank?
I need to be prepared for this.
I can't think of a prank.
Something about hot sauce and
Oh,
microwaves and
that was a triple fast prank. That was bad. We don't have to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, well, what we did was we put hot sauce on Menthol's microphone.
Yeah, it was just mean. I mean, it turned out it was a joke. And
It was funny.
At the time, it was funny,
I
but
think it's funny.
It was funny. So, but they got up there and started singing, and I mean, this was crazy, crazy hot sauce, like Dave's Insanity sauce. And so they're up there singing, and then they start, you know, making that face like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna die." And so the thing is that we tried to wipe the stuff off, but it never really came off. So I ended up getting it too.
What was he, like, putting his lips to it, or is it so hot that you could...
Well, yeah.
once it got on your
get it.
lips, you were just
Once
doomed.
it gets on your lips,
basically.
that's it. And you don't know if you don't know it's there, you know. I mean,
It's
that's, yeah,
lethal.
people
Yeah.
like to put their lips on the mic.
Oh, okay.
It's all like,
Do you have any favorite, like, musicians from the 90s that you see kind of making it into the next millennium? Like a big... Like, who would you say is the number one other than you guys?
oh, okay. All right. I was confused. I really like Queens of the Stone Age a lot. I think they're probably the best band around right now. I think they're great. I like Verbena a lot. I like Buck Cherry a lot. What do you like?
Brian?
Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick.
Hey, they've been a resurgence.
Anybody else?
No.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
So there's been a real trend, like in the past couple years, for like really great straight rock, but then there's also kind of this like trend for like white rap. And I was on RollingStone.com's message board and taking a look at what your fans were thinking, and they kind of seemed to be very opinionated about the two kind of, one's going to survive the other. Do you guys have any opinions on what you see in the future for rock music?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of pretty aggressive, heavy music out there, and some of it kind of reminds me of Faith No More. So I don't really. Sounds like that. Are you talking about Limp Bizkit?
Well, that's they brought that Limp Bizkit
I
up a
think they're
couple
great.
times.
Nookie's
Actually.
the single of the year.
You feel the same way?
I like the single. I have the album, but I haven't heard the whole thing yet, so can't really make an opinion on the whole album.
Well, you know, that record is worth. I mean, that record is worth it for that song. It's pretty good track. Of course, I kind of burned myself out on it after 2 weeks, so I played it every day.
Now, is your style kind of going to stay the same, even though there's been a change with it?
It'll probably be a more hard rocking record, like more hard rocking than anything we've done since the first record, Ham Fisted.
Right.
Except the songs will be better, you know. But I'd like it to be just as intense as that record.
Are you both working on it together? Or did you write it together? Or
Yeah.
is it...
And I mean, I think hopefully it'll sound like that, you know, like just kind of like a really like fresh, young record. Because I mean, I really do feel like revitalized, and that I just want to play like loud, heavy music right now. I don't really feel like doing another concept album or anything like that.
Like your third one.
Our third and second, and first,
And first.
and EPs.
Great. Well, you guys are going to play some music for us right now.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us what you guys are going to play?
We will be performing Mayonnaise and Malaise from our first record.
Great.
Except it'll be acoustic, so it won't be so hard rocking. And All the Kids Are Right from our third record. And that's it.
Great. Well, thanks so much for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Was that short?
Easy.
That was short, huh?
Short is fine.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Are we ready? Ready to go? No. Writing what you say and saying it'll back to you. The catcher in the rye caught a catch-22. Keep it at a pace, my life is like a crawling weed. Catatonic face, I'm marking time randomly. Mayonnaise and Malaise to go. 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 Mayonnaise and Malaise. Dull and bored and all my best instincts suck. Pay me by the hour and I don't even give a fuck. Charismatic bore and I don't wanna work no more. I'm gonna kill the next customer who walks in the door. Mayonnaise and Malaise to go. 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 It's really something to be 20 nothing. I feel my place is so secure. A culture spot that I have got. So glad to be insured. Past our prime, record time. I never thought we'd fall so low. Come this far, sell your car. I want on my knees to go. It's really something to be 20 nothing. I feel my place is so secure. A culture spot that I have got. So glad to be insured. I've come to resent what I represent. I'd like to smack that smile off your face. For my angst, I must say thanks. So good to be put in my place. All right. Fine.
Sounds like great.
Good.
Is the flash?
Did I fake my break good enough?
Was that okay? Do you feel all right about that?
Did it seem weird? What do you think, Max?
No,
I faked it well enough that I didn't know what I was doing there?
You know, it was just a second longer ago we were doing.
Right, right. Okay. First time I ever played that song.
Next one.
Okay.
You heard that we were great, now you know we're lame. Since you saw the show last night, you hoped that we would rock, knock it up a notch. Rockin' was nowhere in sight, and it's never good when it goes bad. No one likes to feel like they've been had. It may be okay, but you won't wear our t-shirts now anymore. First the band looked wired, then the band looked tired, sluggish and a little slow. Just walking through the set, as drunk as you could get. What the hell was wrong with Joe? You could tell the crowd was fading fast. Every song we play looser than the last. And it may be okay, but you won't wear our t-shirts now. All the kids, they hold a grudge. Their minds are locked onto the net. And all the kids, they hold a grudge. You fail them and they won't forget. And all the kids have time to turn away. Saw what you did. You're all wrong and all the kids are right. You heard that we were great, but now you know we're lame. Since you saw the show last night, you hoped that we would rock. You wish that we just stopped. Finally we said goodnight. And when we had returned for the encore, you and half the room had headed for the door. No one wanted more. All the kids, they hold a grudge. Their minds are locked onto the net. And all the kids, they hold a grudge. You fail them and they won't forget. And all the kids have time to turn away. Their minds are locked onto the net. And all the kids, they hold a grudge. You fail them and they won't forget. And all your cred won't save you from the kids. They saw what you did. You're all wrong and all the kids are right.
Not quite.
That sounded awesome, man.
Cool.
It was really fucking good.
Good.
You guys let me know if you want like a VHS copy of that or CD or something.
VHS.
Because I'm probably gonna, as soon as you guys leave, I'm gonna start making MP3s and selling them.